Hi everyone, I'm going to give a video demonstration of how to submit the UH system application form for those that are interested in applying to our Master of Education in Teaching dual certification for in special education. So when you go to your browser, you're going to want to click apply.hawaii.edu and then come over to the university side and choose Manoa Graduate. And it'll take you here to the start of the application form. Now, if you've attended UH in the past, you might have a login. However, if at any point, if you don't remember your PIN number, which is actually a series of 6 numbers, it's likely that people don't remember that. And so it's fine to actually go in and just create a new login ID and PIN number. They can connect it on the back end if you have 2 accounts in the end. It's just a lot quicker and easier than trying to get a hold of someone to figure out what your old PIN was. So I highly recommend if you don't know and you can't fill this out, just go ahead and start a new one. But I do have one, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Okay, you might enter directly into the application if you haven't submitted one before. I do a lot of demonstrations, and so it takes me to this page. If you have applied to something in the past, you'll come here, and the way to start would just to be click new. Okay, so everyone will see this. This is where you're going to choose your institution. So make sure you choose the University of Hawaii at Manoa, which is the second to last option. And then for the site, even though this is a distance education program, you have to choose UH Manoa main campus because that is technically where the program is housed. So choose that and push continue. Okay, so for the Masters of Education in Teaching, we only admit in the fall, so you need to choose Graduate Studies Fall Admissions as your application type. And push continue. Again, because it's only for fall, you'll just choose the upcoming fall semester. If you haven't filled out something before, it won't auto-populate, so you just make sure that you put in your name and follow the correct conventions of using capitalization. And then fill out your application. Okay, so for this application, it's actually rather simple. It's just 10 steps, and you can go from one to the next. I'm just going to give a brief kind of like tips and tricks of certain components of the application. So for example, under name, if you have used a different name at any point, then you're going to want to go ahead and list it under here so that they can make sure to connect it. So for example, if you have transcripts under a previous name, you're going to want to put your previous name here. That way they can connect it to your application. Continuing on, if your permanent address is exactly the same as your mailing address, then at the bottom here, what you can do is you can click this little box and it just will prevent you from having to fill out the same thing twice. However, if you do use different addresses, make sure you put them in the corresponding place. Skip this one. This is just your personal information. Citizenship-related data. So a lot of people will start kind of messing with these boxes without realizing at the top of the page it says citizens. Please skip this page. So if you are a U.S. citizen, all you need to do is push continue. However, if you're an international student, then you will need to start clicking on these items so that you can get a temporary visa. However, a majority of you, if you are a U.S. citizen, all you need to do is just push continue. And then the next stage will be to do your residency declaration. So hopefully you can get in-state tuition. You'll qualify for in-state tuition if you have been living in Hawaii for a year and a day prior to starting the program in the fall. So make sure you fill out Section A. You're going to be skipping Section A2 because that is for a parent and legal guardian to fill it on your behalf. So just don't even worry about clicking on anything here. Go to Section B. Most of you will just say no and go to Section C. However, if you have gone to a different institution outside of Hawaii in the past year, then you do need to click yes and say what kind of tuition you are paying. And then everybody needs to fill out Section C. These are possible exemptions for tuition purposes. So for example, if you are working for the UH system, or if you are Hawaiian and yet you lived in another state, or if you are coming from the military, then these are different possible exemptions you could qualify for, so you would just click it. However, a majority of you will most likely just be selecting none of the above exemptions apply to me, but you have to click one of these in order to move forward. For your planned course of study, this is the trickiest part of this particular application because you have to go down to teaching. So for the Master of Education in Teaching, the one you are going to be picking is this one. So it's called Teaching MEdT, which stands for Master of Education in Teaching. Do not click Special Education MEd. That is a different program that does not lead to licensure. So again, please, if you are looking to apply to our Master of Education in Teaching dual certification for special education, you need to click on Teaching/MEdT. Okay, and then down here, what's really weird is you need to enter a concentration to move forward. However, they don't actually give you any options, so you're going to leave it blank here. You're going to select that you're pursuing the dual special education option within our College of Education application, which is separate from this one. So just leave it like that for now. And then you just have to say that, yes, you understand that if you apply late, then there is a chance that you would not be admitted. So you just say, yes, I understand, and then push continue. For your high school, what's really great is that if you went to high school in the United States, you just pick the state. If you can leave this blank unless you went to a high school outside of the country, then you can choose your country. But for the demo, I'll go ahead and say Hawaii. You just choose the city, and then what happens is it'll tell you which schools you can choose from. And what's nice is it'll automatically populate this information for you. So all you have to do is just say the month and year that you graduated. So pretty easy. You don't need transcripts or anything else. So just leave it as that and push continue. And then you're going to do the exact same thing for all the colleges and institutions you've attended. Now, keep in mind that if you have attended a school that's outside of the UH system, so UH system includes UH Manoa, UH Hilo, UH West Oahu, and then all of the state community colleges. You don't need transcripts for those, so you can just input the information and when you went, and they will be able to pull that up. However, if you have attended a school outside of the UH system, you need to put that in here, and you also need to get the official transcripts sent. And we'll have we'll tell you where to send those transcripts. But essentially, that's probably the biggest holdup in terms of the application process is transcripts not being received. So for example, if you transferred from somewhere else for your undergraduate and you came to Manoa and you submitted your transcripts then, it's highly likely they don't have them anymore. And so you're going to need to do it again. And so just keep that in mind, that the rule of thumb is that if you have attended anywhere outside of the UH system, be sure to send the transcripts to graduate division when you are applying, and we will give you the address for where to send that to. But anyway, so when you look up your institutions, what you're going to have to fill out is the GPA. If you don't know the exact GPA, it's okay. Just go ahead and put an estimate. They're going to cross-check it once they receive your transcripts anyways. Just say when you attended that school, and if you did earn a degree there, you need to put what degree you earned. Keep in mind that this box is only if your degree is not listed, then you can write it in. But you can't choose a degree and then list something. It's going to say that there's an error. And if you attended more than one school, go ahead and click on Add or View Another College or Degree, and it'll give you the option to enter another one. And then when you're done, just push Continue. And that's the end of this application. So you are applying as a UH Manoa graduate student, therefore the application fee will be $100. And what will happen is, as long as all the 10 items are completed, you can continue, move forward. It'll give you a way to go ahead and pay your application fee online, and then they'll email you a receipt. So that's it for the UH system application. I'll go ahead and do another demo related to the College of Education application as well.